That's something we need to pay more attention to, is whether something is a red check or a white check. Okay. So we still have to get the sad song. What do we have to do? We had to talk to the smoker on the balcony, explore the whirling secret passages, track down our badge. Oh yeah, ask Renee about the photo. That's what I have to do. I have to find Renee. But where is Renee? I wish I had a map. Is it loud to you guys? Is it loud? No? Oh, let's go. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I need to turn the volume down a little bit. It's a little loud. Let's go in the store and see if we could talk to the woman, right? We needed a historian. We needed to talk to a historian, and I think the woman in here might be able to help us. So we need to talk to her. We need to talk to Renee. Let's check our log here. Find Morel, the Zip cryptozoologist. Where's the rest of the armor? We can ask her also about the victim's tattoos. We have to talk to Classia again. And we have to listen to the mega mix. So, but I want to do that when Kim's around.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
Alright, she was no help. Alright. Let's go in here again and just see. And see if we can find anything again. Gotta go find Renee. Smells like leather and sweat. Oh yeah, this was the dumbbell. Or whatever this is.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor like a dog for its master.
We can't try it again, though.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
Alright, we can't manage that. Alright, let's put I'm sorry guys, what's this? Oh, the tape player. Let's put the flashlight in our hand here. So we can go in here again. Just double check everything. Right, because we're supposed to be investigating this place. And we did investigate it to a point. And then we went through that one set of doors. Ooh. I don't think we went up here. The floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Does someone live here? Well, what's this? Postcard. La Delta. Sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes overhead. The ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist. Vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. 22 cents. Alright. Let's go in here.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity
The
lives.
entity, yes.
This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Hello? I yelled, but it didn't work.
Again, your voice becomes a
Hi,
raspy
SS Penetration.
croak
How are you doing?
mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. A sudden bout of self-pity comes over you. Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance.
I've been
Use
doing
your chest
okay.
voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm.
Sing from the diaphragm. Ooh! I've been doing good. Good. Can't complain. You know, same old stuff. Alright, let's do
Perhaps
this.
it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son. Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building.
We're not very good at
No
yelling.
one answers you. A sudden bout of self... Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a... Perhaps it's not such a bad idea.
Alright, let's try yelling into the furnace, right? Because this is like where the furnace probably is, but we were downstairs. What? But we were downstairs when we yelled originally. So let's go down into that, deeper into the basement and see what happens. Yeah, we were down here and we were yelling up into the furnace.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Alright, let's go. Yell. Come on, come on, come on.
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney.
What the hell?
You're a little embarrassed you produced it. A lush layer of coal now covered. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
Kick
A
it.
hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Yell.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
Hello, are you there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You
All right,
hear
let's
a
go.
low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being...
Alright, let's go. Run. Run. Go, go. So we had to kick it and unleash our true potential of yelling. Alright, we made it. Oh, there's this lady. This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Let's talk to the lady.
Hello. I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
Yep. So this entity masquerades as a die seller. Dice
She's
seller?
got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
What do you mean by milius?
Yes, a Milius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations
She's
can
just
be quite
listening to the
interesting.
radio.
I was so absorbed. I must have missed you knocking.
You must have confused me with somebody else. I didn't knock on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the dice.
That's
neat.
cute.
That's why you're here, yes?
Man, there are enough people that play games around here that her entire business is making custom dice. I need to ask some questions.
Of course, I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice. How else can I help you then?
This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
I could see that.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing
Not
games?
especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
I am shocked that she, like I said before, that she has such steady business being a dice maker.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items. She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
You really? You've got a great view of the courtyard and you didn't see or hear anything on Sunday night?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it. And I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Why doesn't she just make them at home? And you never took your eyes
I might
off?
have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring
She's got a
back
good
from the
point.
darkness.
I'm just like shining this flashlight in her face. Hold on. Oh, I can't.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside.
She's got a point.
Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
I see. Thank
She
you for your
nods.
answers.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we anyway?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
That's true.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
I heard this place is cursed. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain what happened?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually
She
fail.
is. I love her. She is like the first reasonable person we have encountered. Besides Lieutenant Kim. Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
This one.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
So, wait. Yes, so we're building the malicious. Okay. No, the one is doing well either. The waitress took off and the customers have been. Probably this one is part of
You
it.
could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East of the Commerce Center project.
You're right. It doesn't really
And
look like
then
it's
there's
cursed.
me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14
Holy
years.
cow!
Selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
14 years selling specialty dice? It's time, guys. I'm gonna quit my day job and start making dice.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Plaisance thinks you're the malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the
No.
malignant entity?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I'm starting to see that there is no curse.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted
There
out.
we go.
Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has
Nah.
to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
No, she won't, but I wouldn't ask her why her thing hasn't failed. Do you know what happened to the other tenants?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh,
Yeah.
quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Yes, there used to be a hair salon here, right?
I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless
Yeah,
haircuts.
that'll do it.
They're
Okay.
scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
I don't really have any
Me
opinions on
neither.
that.
I just want it off my face.
So what happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club.
Artemitep's.
Community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who is Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble
I like
with
the way she
law when
talks.
he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym as his way of giving back.
Maybe that's what Kuno needs.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's that little ginger gremlin.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's
Yep.
mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out of the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
That's very true. Judging by the kids, it didn't really work out, did it?
Didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full
Oh,
of
God.
amphetamines.
You should have known it. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
So what's up with the broken window?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
Fake headphones?
What's the snuff, Milia?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
What's a snuff milieu?
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some
Oh,
people
I
pay
see.
good money to get off on it.
I see.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As
She's
if
like,
it's just another piece of
this is
information
life, dude.
to lay out for the world. What does she mean to get off on it?
That's horrible.
I believe the ICP got them. They have a special division that deals exclusively with Sub Rosas.
Wow, they're that bad?
It's the Copperpedia reporting in. ICP stands for International Collaboration Police.
In any case, I don't think it's your job to worry about what happens on Milius. I probably shouldn't have even mentioned it. Things like that are better forgotten.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying
You
around.
mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Okay, well, at least he had a hobby.
But what drugs exactly?
We'll let it go.
Anything else?
I found some creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
What?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Who cares?
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Ugh. But they don't have any...
Insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
I like her. She has proper
As
manners.
she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
What's with the rotor blades and the skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Man, she rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Kulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions
You
say?
imagine that he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
She laughs and turns around in her chair.
The slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house.
They were just the props. Why return them?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for
Oh, I
a
can't
treat
wait.
here.
Tell me, girl. She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other
Oh, I
ideas.
want to know. Tell me.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
What were
There
they?
was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And
Okay.
by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back, disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
I know.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop.
Tell us how you really
At
feel.
least that's what happened with Ravachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples, like trying to suppress a headache. Didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially
Oh,
melted.
God.
Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Yep, that's what happens.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't. Doing his job, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Megatherion?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life
Okay,
by
we learned a
telling you
thing.
to do more drugs, mostly.
Alright.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
We don't have a comment on that.
Understandable. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all.
That's right,
Anyway,
I am.
Now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
I have more
What
questions
else?
about this building.
I'm listening.
Oh,
Good.
no, I don't have
I hope
anything.
it clarified things a bit.
Alright, so we have to go talk to Plaisance. Let's go. Let's go chat with her. So loud and scary down here. Get rid of this. Okay. Alright, let's go chat. Chat with that lady. Give her the update. The deets. How much further are we until we level up? I want to see. Where does it say? Here. Oh, we only need 10 more. Yes. Alright, Plaisance, you're not gonna like this.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I don't want your teachings. I talked to her.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No. She's a businesswoman.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom?
There isn't.
How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
Okay.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
It's just capitalism.
What? The entire economic system is cursed?
Yes.
This is a lot for her to pass.
Yeah, you have to get used to this.
Precarious world? Economy?
She looks down at the pendant in her trembling hands.
I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it.
Because that's what it is.
You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please
Wow.
do buy some books or be on your way.